How's it going, everybody? Hope you're doing well on this. If you're in a hot area like it is in, I looked at Tulsa too, but if you're in Texas and Tulsa, I hope you're staying cool because it's hot as hell outside. But this video, this one's gonna be a little interesting. It's actually something I've had to do personally. It's about it's about people, middle class people, having to live in their car because it's too expensive. Me personally, I've done this twice. When I lived down in California. It was too expensive. It was too expensive, and I was trying to be, independent, if you will, and it was too expensive to get an apartment, dude. It's so expensive. It's like 2,300 to get a studio apartment. Plus, they want you to make 3 times the rent. I mean, it is gross. You got to make 3 times the rent gross income, so that's before taxes. But it's still impossible. And if you have like I was just starting at my job, so I wasn't. You get bonus. I mean, you get raises as time goes, but I was just starting. And this was like in 2015 too, when minimum wage was like $11, but the prices were like how they are now. Imagine that. That was terrible. And it was out in the Bay Area too. Ah, gotta miss it out there. But it's too expensive. I had to get out of there. I had to get out of California in general. But I had to live in the car twice, for a month each time. So I was in the car for the first month when I was like, shit, what was I? I wasn't even 21 yet. I was 20. So I lived in a nice little Honda Accord, the V6. That was a fast car. That was my first car. And then uh ended up like, see, and this is gonna sound weird, but it's kind of true. Living in the car, it's not that bad. Honestly, it's not that bad. It's only because it's only like it's just because what do you do when you're at home? Think about it. Really think about what do you do when you go home? You fucking just sit there. You just sit there. That's all you do. So imagine not having a place to just sit there. Now you got so you just sit there in your car in a parking lot. For me, it was the Target parking lot. You just sit there on your phone, you just watch videos, or you do whatever. That's really what you do. I mean, the only thing I was doing, because I was just so bored all the time, was I was at the gym. I was literally at the gym for like 8 hours a day because there was nothing to do, and it was at 20. This was back when 24-hour fitness was actually 24 hours, all of them. So I was at 24-hour fitness all day. I mean, I got into insane shape. It was great, but I was eating fast food every day. It was weird. So I was like working out like 8 hours a day every single day, at least 5 hours a day, and then I go get like McDonald's down the street, or I go get Taco Bell. I tried like all the fast food places, and I just go to back to the gym because I had nothing to do. Or I just sit in the just sit in the Target parking lot across from the gym. The only thing that's hard to do is find a place to sleep. That's hard to do, I'll be honest. I was sleeping in this place that like I wasn't supposed to be sleeping in, and some lady came over. It was like some cop lady, and she knocked on my window, and then I rolled down the window. I was so out of it because I just woke up. I rolled down the window, and like I said, I was in very good shape at the time, and I looked pretty good. She was like, "Oh, yeah, you can't sleep here, but you could sleep over there." I was like, "All right, I'll move right now." And I think I surprised her that I was living in the car at the time. That was the first time. And then I got some shitty, it wasn't even an apartment. You know those like garages? Those garages you take your cars to go work on by some random guy? I was sleeping in the office. I had a room in the office of those garages. $400 a month. No Wi-Fi. Nothing. You just sit there. No, that was the first time. The second time, I it was a Honda Civic this time, a newer Honda Civic. And that time I had 2 jobs. So I just had 2 jobs for those 30 days. So I had to do it, and I ended up getting an apartment. And that apartment was a piece of shit, but it was, uh, it was an apartment though. It wasn't like a roommate situation, it was like a straight apartment. But it's tough. So I understand. But this first video I watched this first one. She's a little dramatic. It's like, in my opinion, if you're gonna be living in your car, you got to do something. So if you're gonna be outside all the time, you might as well just go to the gym. You might as well get into the best shape of your life if you're so bored like that, because you're really just bored as hell. That's what happens when you live in your car. You're just bored. You just sit there and you're bored. If you really break it down to what it is, and as you'll see when I change the thing to the to the video, This lady is not going to the gym. So I'd say just go to the gym and at least make yourself better in that way. And then, then you can work on getting out of the car. But, you know, sadly, a lot of women think they're as good as they're like they're perfect the way they are. And there's no way they can get better. Unfortunately, that's kind of the truth. But see, look at it. She could be like going to the gym and get very emotional.
Okay, in the car
That's
park,
something to do.
right? Because it's like you just forget that you're actually human, you know? Someone treats you like you're human, but you just kept saying, I know I'm just a stranger, but you'll pull through, like, you're gonna be okay.
That's nice. Nobody said that to me when I was living in the car. But I'm telling you, dude, just get a Planet Fitness membership. Just go to the gym. Just walk around that bitch. Like do every single exercise in the gym. Go do an hour of cardio, then go do some light weights, then go back on the treadmill, do a very light walk. Don't even do it uphill, just do a walk. Just walk on the treadmill for I don't give a fuck. Like nobody's ever on that thing. It's not like you're gonna be taking it away from people. It's like you might as well go do something. You can't just sit in the car like this. You're gonna like lose your goddamn mind. And there's nothing else to do. You can only go see like a movie like for so long. So you might as well just go to the gym. Just live in the gym. Fuck it. Sleep in your car, but live in the gym. Just be at the gym all the time. 24-hour fitness. 24 hours, sorry. 20 Planet Fitness is 24 hours. So there you go. You take a shower there, you can do whatever.
Hey everybody, my name is Tyler, and because of
You
the
know,
out of control
that's the thing too. I didn't do all this. I just slept in my driver's seat. Like this is like very elaborate. Like I didn't do all this. I just slept in the driver's seat. I mean, it was cold as hell. Got a blanket, put the seat all the way back, just passed out.
inflation that we're having in our country right now, and rent prices being over $1,500 a month, I have been outpriced at the rental market, and I live here in my car full time. And I wanted to give you a brief tour. So, starting
This guy's committed. He's committed to living in his car for as long as it takes. He probably like just chose to live here. I think 1,500 is doable. Maybe I'm the douchebag for saying that, but I think you can do 1,500. Like, how much is this car? How much was the car payment? What else is it? You got credit cards? Like, I think 1,500 is doable, but he's got a hell of a setup. I'll give him that.
bed here, it is a 3-inch memory foam mattress topper, super comfortable. I have about 4 layers of blankets, which keeps me warm, especially right now. We've got 20-degree weather at night, so it's pretty cold.
Where is this guy? If he's out in Seattle, I don't feel bad for him.
Over here, I have my cooler. I've had a few people tell me I'm not supposed to have this cooler because I live in my car, but it actually was a birthday gift last year for my 30th birthday, and I just can't part with it. I absolutely love it.
It's kind of sad, actually. My man's 30 years old and he's living in the car like this. That's actually kind of sad. Like I did it with my 20s, but I don't know, man. If I was 30 years old and I was forced to live in the car, I'd have to leave like that state. Like I couldn't. No, I'd be like, well, it's obvious. I've done this for. It's been 3 generations, and I still can't make this happen. It's a pretty big sign. I gotta get the hell out of here. I gotta leave. I gotta leave this state. Obviously, isn't my state. That's a good thing. That's a good thing about America. If you can't make it in one state, honestly, you could just drive to a different state. No one's stopping you. You could just drive, dude. As long as you got a car that can get you there, you can just drive, and you got a back that can handle it. Trust me, your back is gonna hurt if you do a long drive like that. You better have cruise control too, Jesus. But you can just drive. You can go anywhere. Shit, I could go out to fucking Wyoming, Cayenne, Wyoming, Cheyenne, Wyoming, whatever it's called. Get a nice ass house for the same price of a house in California. I mean, there ain't shit out there, but I can do it. Anybody can do it. You can do it. No one's stopping you. Shit, you go from state to state to state to state. There ain't no border. There ain't no border patrol. There ain't no patrol. There's nothing going on. I mean, there's some at some states, but you're not going to touch those areas. I didn't touch those areas when I drove from California. Just you can just do it. You can just drive. You can just drive to a different state and just do the Grand Theft Auto online lifestyle. Just show up and create a life.
Keeps all my food cold and fresh for days. I absolutely just it's cooler, so I'm not going to get rid of it. And in the back there, you can see I have two really comfortable pillows.
All right, I don't care. I don't give. I could give less of a fuck about the setup, but it's just like pretty sad. I don't even know what she's talking about. She's just going on. This lady's just going on about something. I don't really care. But I think if you're there, if you're 30 years old and you happen to live in the car, then it's time to do something different. It's time to switch it up. If you have no parents, or if you just haven't talked to your parents in a while, stop being a bitch and tell your parents, "Look, I'm tired of living in my car. Can I just live with you guys for a little bit?" They'll say yes. They're your parents.
People start looking for the only shelter they can still afford.
You have no idea how many people had to sleep in their cars and still show up to work with you the next day. Please just be kind to people.
Stop telling people your business. How about that? Who cares? Like, don't tell anybody. And also, who cares? If you would have told me that, like this guy, he did actually tell me that. It's like, oh, I spent New Year's Eve living in my car, and all the fireworks woke him up. I was like, okay, nah, I didn't say that. I was like, I was like, that's all right. It's not that big of a deal. It's like, who cares? It's just boring. That's all it is. It's like, I know it's just hot if you think about it. If you're out in Dallas, Texas, it's hot as fuck. But you got AC. Who cares? As long as you do something for through the day. But also, you shouldn't be telling people that. Don't be out here just like, hey, what's up, Josh? You know, I just got out of my car because I live in there now. Be like, why the fuck you telling me that? Like, don't who like stop. Don't tell people your business. Who cares? Like nobody. First of all, nobody cares. Second of all, I know some people just like to project, and it makes themselves feel better. A lot of people do this when they like are trying to lose weight. They'll tell everybody they're losing weight, so they think it makes them feel like they're doing something. But in the end, they do that. They say they are gonna drop a bunch of weight, then they go home and stuff their face because they think they accomplished something by telling everybody. It's like a big thing with like weight loss problem. That's a big problem with weight loss is you tell too many people, and then now you're like, oh, I'm doing this thing, and then you fall off the wagon when you go home. It's a problem. But you shouldn't be telling. Just don't tell people your business. Don't, and nobody will know. And there you go.
Because in this economy we're currently in, it's something like we haven't seen since the Great Depression era. And it's a weird economy because we have the technology, so it feels like we're not doing as bad. But when you actually look at the numbers, especially for people with kids mainly, see, I don't have any kids, so I'm able to actually do pretty good for myself.
Then why are you living in the car? You can't say that and then be like, I'm living in the car. Maybe he's not. Maybe like he knows people that are living in the car. Maybe that's what he's trying to say. But why are you putting a PSA about it if you don't live in the car? I don't know if he lives in the car or not, but that was a weird thing to say, and but also live in the car.
But be kind to people, especially the people with kids, because the inflation is so high, everything's unaffordable. It's whole families sleeping in minivans right now. That's almost the new normal, believe it or not. So just remember that you never know what somebody next to you going through, and you never know what you're going to be going through. So always have gratitude for what you have now, whether that's a car roof, whether that's a van roof, whether that's a house roof, or just a tent roof, or even
Well, I don't know if he lives in the car, but he's right though. It's like it's not that big of a deal. I'm sorry, because you're just bored. You just sit there. I mean, I sit here right now in my apartment. I mean, I'll watch TV, but I'm still just basically just sitting there. That's what I'm doing. So when you're thinking about it, when you're in the car, you're just sitting there, just sitting there doing nothing. Like that's it. That's the whole thing. It's not the end of the
you should just have your health. Just please.
Well, that's one that a lot of people don't have is their health. I'll tell you that. Like, I know I know that lady, that first lady, she doesn't have her, but you know, if you were to like work on that while also being in the car, you'd feel better. At least about that, you'd be like, at least I'm like doing something to at least make my life a better, like a little bit better. At least try to be a like the better version of myself, and then maybe that can like proceed into like you getting out of the car, and then you can start bragging about how you lived in the car. It's good to tell people about shit that happened, not while it's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be telling people you live in the car and then also be like, and then also want sympathy about it. Tell people once you stop living in the car, then tell them you lived in the car. You be like, I made it out the mud. They'd be like, wow, dude, that's awesome. And then you can actually like feel good about it. Be like, yeah, it happened. But we made it. Let's watch one more. This lady, we'll see. Like you'll know that everybody will notice the first thing right off the bat about her. And then there's a second thing that kind of fits in with the first thing.
That's how hidden this struggle has become for so many working people.
I've been living in my car with my 2 cats for several months, and I'm trying to figure out how to get out of that situation, but I don't really know what I can do. If the average price of an apartment is around $1,600 and you need to make 3 times the rent,
I can't really see it, but she has a nose ring. That's what I was trying to get at. But she got 2 cats. I like cats. Cats are all right, but it gets a little much when you got like 3 or 4 cats. Man, she's got tinfoil. Man, she's got the whole thing caged up. It must be dark when it gets dark outside.
in order to be approved for an apartment, you have to make $4,800 a month or at least $30 an hour. That's not happening right now. So I don't really know.
She's right. She's right about that one. I don't know about that exact number, but it is like that's bullshit. That I think is bullshit. It's like really, when I first like was trying to apply for an apartment that I had no business applying for, I was like, does that really say 3 times the rent? There's no fucking way. Are these people crazy? There ain't no goddamn way I make that much money. And I'm looking at all these idiots that have apartments. I'm like, how the fuck you guys make 3 times the rent? I still don't know how some of them do it in California. Like, it's like, dude, no, that's not, unless you're like got 7 different incomes coming in, at least 3 or at least 2 different incomes. But sometimes that's not even enough. She does have a point though.
Can get an apartment unless I can find a really well paying job. I've been working a seasonal job that definitely doesn't pay $30 an hour with the hopes that I could save up enough money and then move to a city I'd like to live in and find a landlord that might take pity on my soul and sign me to a lease even if I don't make the exact.
I don't like that she's smiling so much. Like it's such a passive aggressive smile too. Like I hope the guy's nice and he feels bad for me and like I hope we get this done. Don't you feel bad for me? No, not really. Not when you're smiling like that. This is serious. This is serious. This ain't funny.
Income. But I just don't even know if that will actually be possible.
What city? What city you think she wants to live in? Oh, it says it right there. She wants to live in California. California. There ain't no goddamn way she's living in California. Bitch, you, you need to go take your sorry ass. Don't come to Texas. You need to take your sorry ass over to Florida. You know what? Go to Florida. No, no, she can't go to Florida. Where could she go? You know what she looks like? She looks like an Arizona person. She can go to Arizona. That's where she's going. Take her ass to Arizona. She can go sit there in the heat, wearing a jacket and shit, because I bet she still would do that with her 7 cats. And there ain't no goddamn way she's going to California. I have a friend that can get me a serving job in California. I mean, good luck. Once that friend gets any other motion going on, you're out of there. And then you're back in the same situation you were. 'Cause you'll probably, they'll probably like split the rent. It's too expensive, dude. I bet she wants to live in like LA area, SoCal area. Good fucking luck. Good fucking luck.
Job in California, but that's not guaranteed income. And everything I've tried to research says that servers have to have several months worth of income or bank deposits stacked up before they can consider being approved for an apartment. So I don't really know what to do because California is also a lot harder to overnight park. So I don't even know if I can go down there and live in my car.
Down there. I wonder where she lives, dude. Nah, down there, she probably lives in Oregon. Or she's Washington, dude. There it is. I'm locking it in. Washington. That's what she looks straight from Washington. She looks straight from Seattle. Don't bring your ass to Texas.
Work. to build up income in order to be approved for an apartment. I don't really have a co-signer. I don't really know what I can do. So if anybody has advice, please let me know because I'd like to give my little Kit Kats homes.
Those are pretty cool cats. I'll give it that. I like those cats.
Of a car just to keep working a rig.
She didn't say where she was originally from. I'm saying Washington. She's from good old Seattle, Washington, and it's too expensive because, you know, you blue people, you guys, for some reason, once a bunch of blue people get involved, it gets expensive. I don't know how that happens, but that just happens. I don't understand how that happens either. I can't explain it. It just happens. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, sure, I could sound like a mean guy or whatever. I don't care about people because that's what they act like they care about. But all I know is once a bunch of blue people get involved, everything for some reason gets super expensive. That's just what happens. I don't make the rules. Well, I don't know what she can do. She'll figure something out. I'm not too worried about it. But I think she's an attractive lady. She can get like a boyfriend and then they can live together with their 5 cats. There you go. That first lady, she can go work out, make herself feel better, like, mentally, physically, and then she can maybe turn that into something. I don't know if the other guy was living in his car. That other guy, he's locked into his car. He ain't going anywhere, that 30-year-old guy. I'll tell you that. That guy, he's gonna be living there for like till he's like 50. He's locked in. And that other guy, I don't know if he lived in the car or if he was just heard somebody living in the car and the other person going, "That's terrible," even though it's really not that big of a deal. It's just boring as hell. But all right, this has been that video watching. It's middle class Americans living in their car and being broke secretly. I don't know about the secretly part, but being broke and living in their car. So, as usual, like, comment, dislike, negative comment, any activity, anything helps. Grow the channel, subscribe, put one out every day at least. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I don't know what it will be about, but there's always something. I haven't done one about, relationships, and that's a big one right now is relationships. But maybe that will be the next one. But I like these financial ones and cars. Those are my favorite. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, leave a negative comment, dislike. Any activity helps again. All right, I'll see you guys next one.